Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a fantastic day. As always, leaving a like, leaving a comment, or subscribing helps out the channel immensely. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Coinbase has acquired One River Digital Asset Management, an investment manager that provides institutional clients with exposure to cryptocurrencies without disclosing the terms and the sum of the agreement. That is, Coinbase acquired them, but didn't tell anybody exactly how much they paid. The deal comes after a few weeks after the two entities rolled out a separately managed account, or an SMA, platform for wealth management firms. Greg Tussar, Coinbase's head of institutional products, said the recent acquisition aims to bring more institutional capital into the cryptocurrency market, since One River Digital Asset Management focuses on such clients and avoids dealing with I was like, what does that sentence say? And avoids dealing with retail customers. Oh, that's a little weird. So they basically only deal with very wealthy clients, and we basically are not allowed to use them. This was one of the most popular news stories that we've gotten in a while. As is per usual within the cryptocurrency space, we tend to get really popular news of things that I would assume aren't very popular, as opposed to the buying of millions of coins or the other really cool things that ends up happening in the cryptocurrency space. What's been taking place since around, and I want to say mid 2022, we've had a lot of news of acquisitions and companies trying to buy other companies, and I still find it quite weird. I'm not sure if anyone else does, but you have to at least admit that the timing is a little bit odd. A lot of companies around mid last year were announcing that they wanted to acquire other companies. They were trying to buy them, add them to their company roster, or whatever is going on. But some of the valuations were like for 1.5 billion. Some of these were valued at $3 billion, like billion with a B, for these companies. And then magically, when FTX collapsed, a lot of the valuations of these companies who were supposed to be acquired last summer fell dramatically, from 1 point something billion to 300 million, or to 1.5 million, which I think was one of the lowest amounts for some of the companies out there. And then they ended up being acquired. So yeah, they said, we expect to build on the other side of this crypto winter an awesome asset management business. Following the details, the acquired company will be renamed Coinbase Asset Management, while Eric Peters will continue serving as CEO and CIO. He said, having a dual role gives me insight into the worlds of both digital and traditional assets. I'm betting on the convergence between the two over the next decade. Peter explained that the negotiations on the deal started nearly a year ago. And were dragged on throughout the crypto winter in 2022, which saw a severe market collapse and countless failures. He praised Coinbase. That is weird, saying it was a pretty easy decision to enter into an agreement with them. So I assume they were trying to acquire this company when it was valued at several billion dollars. They waited until the cryptocurrency market continued to fall. Wouldn't it be? Nope, can't even say that. Anyway, the point is, they probably waited until the price of the cryptocurrency market began to fall more and more. And then they were like, okay, now's the price that we actually want to acquire it. And I assume at that point, what are they called? One River Digital Asset Management was probably not doing too well. So this is why he praised Coinbase, saying it was an easy decision because they basically waited for them to collapse onto the street and not have any money left in their pocket. Really weird, right? And I don't understand. I mean, no, I understand. I was going to say I don't understand why people don't make more of a fuss about these things, as far as like something feels really weird. There's something fairly odd going on. But I think a lot of people just don't care. As long as they're making money and have money in their pockets, they don't really care about what happens to anyone else or to any other company. So, and I know someone just said, yep, so that's just how the market works. Yep, very popular news. Crypto exchange Coinbase acquires One River Digital Asset Management. And this is a weird one with the CEO of Coinbase dressed in armor. I don't know what that's even supposed to be. Coinbase acquires crypto asset manager One River Digital in bid to spur growth. Yeah, there's a lot of news and discussion I'm not sure exactly where it's coming from, but I think it's just people being rather bored discussing that Coinbase doesn't look like they're doing too well because of the crypto winter and also because Binance keeps taking their spot or doing all these other things. I'm pretty sure Coinbase is just fine. It's just they're not doing as well as Binance. So comparatively, they just don't look like they're doing amazingly. That's the Coinbase has acquired another company, Coinbase, Binance, and there's another really big name. It's not Kraken or Gemini. We haven't heard about them in the news in a while, except for the other thing. But they've been acquiring multiple companies that they've been after, I assume, for years. And now that the valuations have fallen to the ground, yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Also in the news, Ras Al Khaimah recently announced a free zone for virtual asset firms and will explore accepting crypto payments for companies looking into setting up their business in the Emirate. A lawyer involved in the hub's development has said. Dubai-based crypto lawyer Irina Heaver told Cointelegraph that once the Ras Al Khaimah Digital Asset Oasis (RAKDAO) secures the appropriate partners, it will check out crypto payments including Bitcoin and stablecoins for corporate registrations, office rent, and other services. Corporate registrations? That's weird. Office rent and other services. It says, after all, cities and cantons in Switzerland have been doing this for years, she noted. Heaver further explained that suitable technology and regulatory infrastructure need to be in place for the system to work, but clarified that the groundwork has been laid. Isn't it lane? I'm pretty sure. Wait, now, and this is it's snowing. This is a real question. Isn't it supposed to be groundwork has been laid? I've heard the different ones over the course of the years. In addition, the lawyer also said that the RAKDAO, that is the RAKDAO, would explore operating full Bitcoin and Lightning nodes to support the crypto payment initiative. She added, works are ongoing in this regard, and we welcome technology partners to join us in this journey. See, when I talk about like the things that should actually be in the news, so the United Arab Emirates, nearly every country in that bloc, have been adopting cryptocurrencies at a rather rapid pace. It actually has even surprised me, as many other places around the world have been relatively timid with their laws and regulations and stuff like that. But the UAE has kind of gone full force when it comes to adopting cryptocurrencies. I do assume this is because of not only are tons of people there very rich, but they tend, as far as from documentaries that I've been seeing, they're looking for other ways to make money for the future. You can't rely on one source of income for your entire life. So they're now looking for 50 different other ways to kind of keep the money flowing. And, it's going to basically work. When you hear that someone, it says Dubai-based lawyer, I assume this is focusing on Dubai, is looking for a way to basically include Bitcoin and stablecoins for registrations, office rent, other services, and I assume also taxes as well, which is usually one of the major things when trying to do these things. And yes, Dubai does have taxes. They don't have income tax, but they have other taxes on other things, the same as every other country. This is the kind of news that should make it into the news that was everywhere news, as opposed to Coinbase was probably... Anyway, Coinbase acquired a company for a lower valuation than it previously was before. Right. RAKDAO, first unveiled during Blockchain Life 2023, will be a dedicated free zone for digital and virtual asset service providers involved in the metaverse. Blockchain, utility tokens, digital wallets, non-fungible tokens, decentralized autonomous organizations, decentralized applications, and other Web3 related businesses. You can kind of just say everything that has to do with crypto. Heaver said that the new free zone aims to foster regulated and non-regulated activities, including disclosing that the RAKDAO is exploring creating the right legal wrapper for DAOs, among other things. So no real, and I understand not really why they're calling it a free zone. I'm not sure if that literally means that it's kind of not a free for all, if you will, but is it like a sandbox kind of thing where people are being monitored in this one area or zone? Does that mean like tax free for the companies who are working in this area? I guess maybe that's lesser the point than everything else that we just heard, but very cool. The rest of the world continues to rush forward when it comes to cryptocurrency adoption and regulations. Really cool. They know what they're doing because that's how you get more money there. There have been so many, I don't know if you've also been seeing it on YouTube. I get recommended a lot of videos like, I just moved to Dubai, my new life in Dubai. Look at where I am in Dubai. Look how much richer I am in Dubai. Like, so many of these things keep popping up over and over. I don't know what the algorithm knows, but I keep getting those kinds of videos. So cool. Dubai will get richer from this. Many people will continue flocking there. And yeah, let's move on. Also after making significant acquisitions in February, ARK Invest, an investment management business managed by Cathie Wood, continued its purchasing binge in March, adding an additional Coinbase shares to their portfolio. Having just released Base, an Ethereum layer 2 blockchain, and having purchased One River Digital Asset Management, investors are looking favorably on Coinbase shares. Are they really? It's mainly the only time we hear about anything Coinbase shares is mainly from Cathie Wood. Cathie Wood, for those of you who don't know, believes in crypto / believes that Coinbase is going to be like the biggest company on the planet. And like every week and a half, she keeps buying an enormous amount of Coinbase shares. I understand the logic behind it. However, I do not believe that Coinbase's shares are going to ever outpace the returns from Ethereum and or Bitcoin at any given time, but she loves them. When the price of Coinbase dropped back down to around $58 on the 2nd of March, ARK Invest bought a total of 36,492 shares. It purchased 31,348 shares of Coinbase for the ARK Invest ETF and 5,144 shares of Coinbase for the ARK Next Generation Internet ETF ARKW as per transactions. After Coinbase's acquisition of One River Digital Asset Management, they just rewrote the exact same things. Anyway, the point is, this is in the news all the time. Apparently, they now have 722,942 shares of Coinbase. After a dramatic improvement in January, Cathie Wood's portfolio is on the upswing once again this month. Bless her heart. She really believes in Coinbase. It's not that I don't believe in Coinbase, but I would be hard-pressed to ever buy 722,000 shares of Coinbase. I would rather buy Shiba Inu or Cardano or XRP, and that's not that I believe that those projects would be better than Coinbase. Coinbase's stock is probably going to rise 19, 25, 38. I'd even give them a good 65% if stock markets recover over the course of this year. In the cryptocurrency space, that would probably translate to 125, maybe 300% returns for a lot of different coins. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the Cathie Wood purchased another thousands and thousands of Coinbase stock. This is in the news all the time. She's really obsessed with Coinbase, and I hope it works out for her. I don't think she needs the money or my well wishes or blessings. It's just more of a trying to be nice because, you know, she's in the news every single day. So, fantastic. That's the Cathie Wood news. And yeah, let's move on. Also in the news, here's a weird one. Pseudonymous Satoshi Kusama, the lead developer of Shiba Inu, has spread the word in the reactivated Telegram Shibarium chat about the great number of projects that have contacted the Shib team wishing to collaborate with them. As reported by You Today on Friday, Satoshi Kusama published another tweet hinting that the preparations for the Shibarium release are being finished. He posted a tweet with a link to Spotify saying the song was on repeat while we finish. I don't know what the song is, but I hope it's not an annoying one. So for those of you who missed it, and if you did, I don't know how you dodged that. Shiba Inu's team has been talking about releasing their layer 2 solution since like last summer or something like that. And then we constantly had in the news, it's happening this week, it's happening next week, it's happening in April, it's happening in this time, and there's no official release date for it. And the community got a little annoyed at the beginning of this year because I think there were 2 or 3 instances where it was supposed to have actually launched and it ended up not launching, and therefore now the team is more in the news all the time talking about when they believe that this is actually going to come to fruition. He thanked the community for, and here's the news. He thanked the community because apparently there were thousands, so not 100, not 500, not 1,000, thousands with an S of submissions of companies and people in the community who were trying to talk about collaborating with the Shiba Inu team on Shibarium. And he said the Shib army stronger and made it even stronger with Shibarium. Kusama decided to clear up a few things about the upcoming release of the beta. He again stated that everyone is invited to the Layer 2 solution. According to his message, there were some incredible submissions to the intake forum, which were published earlier this week in a Medium post. The lead developer pointed out that some of the submissions through the intake form are incredible and that he cannot wait to see more of them. He stressed that they are reviewing every incoming submission and promised that the responses for the filed-in forms will be sent out this weekend. Here's the tweet. I don't know what this is. Message right here. Telegram chat. I was like, I don't know. I've never seen these. There's a whole bunch of like thumbs up and fires and hearts and pumpkins and Christmas trees. So anyway, so this made, as you might have imagined, popular news. Why did it make popular news? Because the word Shiba Inu is in there. And also the lead developer is claiming that there are thousands of submissions for, I assume, NFT projects and other DAOs and decentralized exchanges and smart contract platforms to be running on top of it. The amount of hype, that's the word, surrounding this project is getting quite intense. I hope this thing launches soon, and I hope that they have thousands of projects built on top of it. Because you can't just keep saying that it's going to be amazing and then it doesn't actually launch. But I give them by April. I can see it launching in April. Seems like a good time. That's the Shiba Inu. Apparently has thousands of submissions for things to be built on top of it. News. And yeah, let's move on. Also in the news, the XRP community is in a heated debate over the proposal to increase transaction fees to boost the price of XRP. The discussion started when Twitter user, that's not English, suggested an amendment to increase transaction fees in proportion to the value of transactions to boost XRP's price. For those of you who don't know, every time any transaction happens on the XRP ledger, XRP is burned in the background. So therefore, the idea is, if there are more and more transactions happening, raise the transaction fee, so that will actually end up burning more XRP, then there are less XRP on the system, and therefore the price ends up going higher. David Schwartz, Ripple's chief technical officer, responded to the proposal, stating that he agrees that the transaction fees should reflect the actual cost a transaction imposes on the network. However, the architect behind the XRP ledger disagreed with the notion of using transaction fee destruction as an artificial mechanism to put upward price pressure on XRP. Schwartz further explained that the advantage of the XRP ledger is low cost, high speed transaction confirmation. Still, he believes that node operators should not subsidize transactions whose value is less than their total cost, which I think would be nearly impossible. I think the transaction fees on XRP, aren't they like less than 1 cent? So in that situation, you would have to be sending thousands of transactions, tens of thousands of transactions that are less than 1 cent to make it like awkward or weird for people who are running nodes and or validating transactions, which doesn't seem like it would be a feasible thing or that people would even want to do that, because they would also be paying more than the actual transaction itself. According to Schwartz, if the transaction fee is less than the actual cost of a transaction, executing the transaction could destroy value and discourage people from running nodes. But why would anyone do that? In contrast, if the fee is more than the cost, there would be needless friction. And then other people were discussing it as well. So to this I say, why not? I understand that. So basically this comes down to, if you haven't seen the trend in the last 6 or 7 or 8 months, coin burns are a very big thing. Shiba Inu is constantly in the news because people are burning Shiba Inu. The idea is the more transactions that are happening, the more this is taking place, the more coins that are burned, the higher the value of my coin that I'm holding will therefore go. A lot of people become quite, what's the word? Impatient is the perfect word. Years ago, if in 2017 someone told you that in 2023 Ripple was working with about 50 different companies and they were working with 20 different central banks right now, all of which or half of which are already using XRP, and the other ones are potentially going to be using the XRP ledger as well, therefore also burning XRP, you would have lost your mind and completely gone insane. But now that we've gotten to that point, a lot of people are looking for other ways to raise the price of the coins that they're holding. And this is why we see so many proposals from Shiba Inu, Floki Inu, Mama Inu, 123 Inu, and all these other things to continue to burn as many coins as humanly possible. You forget that people actually will need to use the XRP token. If you burn too many of them, they'll go, well, we can't use any more because no more XRP are actually being created. So there needs to be like a slight coin burn. And even the fact that there is one at all is absolutely incredible. The reason why XRP's price isn't going up is because everyone is so focused on this one topic of the SEC. If everyone got out of their American-centric mindset when it comes to finance, I said this thousands of times, and I know that people don't like to hear it because you like to believe a certain reality, but this is the reason why the market continues to be this way. This is the reason why the cryptocurrency market follows the stock market, because everyone waits until the US stock market opens, sees what the prices are, and then they react that way to the cryptocurrency space. It doesn't make any sense. XRP is a literal worldwide digital currency. It's used in many other places around the world. Ripple has formed about 9 times more partnerships than they previously had before after the lawsuit actually ended up happening. If people paid attention to all the good news that they keep getting and all the other companies and all the other countries that they end up opening in, we should logically have XRP over $1 right now. But everyone continues paying attention to what's happening just with the SEC as if that's the most important thing in the entire world. And once again, heaven help us if the SEC wins, because XRP's price is going down to 1 cent. Because everyone will just focus on this one person in a room standing on a pedestal saying XRP is X, Y, and Z, as opposed to the other 190 countries who are available to actually use XRP and the other 20 who are already doing so. So this is the reason why you hear people proposing, well, the price isn't moving. Let's just burn more of the coins. No, the point is people will need these coins. Companies will need these coins even more so in the future. Every single time that XRP, that the escrow opens up at the end of a month or the beginning of a month and the 1 billion, they get released. And we always get that really weird news that people don't understand what's happening and Ripple's actually selling the XRP. They're not selling the XRP onto the open market. They told us that multiple times over the course of years. They're selling it to different companies who want to use XRP. It happens every single month. So, I mean, I think not a lot of people would maybe not mind if the transaction fee went from half of 1 cent to maybe 2 or 3 cents. It wouldn't be as crazy, but there are other blockchains that do have free transactions. So imagine if they rose the transaction fee to 3, 4, 5 cents, burned a huge amount of XRP, and the companies were like, well, that's actually terrible for us because for every 20 transactions that we now do, that's $1 out of our pockets. And we're sending about 15,000 transactions per day over the course of 365 days. I think we're going to use another blockchain. Then everyone would be like, why did we do that? Why did we raise it? Always think forward. Stop thinking about today. Think about the future. It's very, very important. That's the XRP community heated debate, raising transaction fees. Just be patient. They're doing nearly everything that they said that they wanted to do years ago. And now it's all happening. And now everyone's focused on the price moving upward. And then when the price is moving upward, everyone will be focused on them doing something else that everyone thinks that they should be doing. And it's like, just calm down. Like they're trying. All right. Let's move on. Also this was very popular news, and I assume it was just because of Schadenfreude. Multicoin Capital's hedge fund lost 91% of their value in 2022, according to a copy of the firm's annual investor letter viewed by CoinDesk. The letter attributed last year's decline to a turbulent year for cryptocurrencies, as well as, can you guess what it is? What do you think that they blamed their collapse on? 3 letters. Everyone's. Yep, you're right. As well as direct and indirect impact from the collapse of FTX. That's the most popular thing ever. Did your company go down in 2022? Are you looking for someone to blame? You blame Sam Bankman-Fried. He clearly is the mastermind for everything. Not only did he clumsily walk his way through the cryptocurrency space for a number of years and became popular because everyone wanted to believe in this odd man, but now because he's out of the picture, everyone's like, oh no, we also collapsed because of FTX as well. There was just, and I mean every single day, get a literal life. This news about Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, not this on the screen, but actual news about him is in the news every single day. You know what one of the most popular news stories over the last week was? It was the news that Sam Bankman-Fried at some point used the internet, I think, to watch the halftime show for the Super Bowl or something like that, and people lost their minds. Lost their ever-loving minds. So now I think people are trying to, or it has just happened, he's now only allowed to use a flip phone, and I forgot what the other thing is. I think he can no longer use the internet. Do people think that he's going to use blockchain to escape from his house? That he's going to use it to build a bridge to South America? And I mean popular news, like not like, oh wow, it's in the news multiple times. No, this thing was everywhere. I do not get the fascination, one, with him. Listen to conversations that he's had before. Listen to actual interviews. This man is not a genius. He simply had a lot of money and had other people trading cryptocurrencies for him. And the fact that people are still obsessed with him, to the fact that people were arguing online, furious that this man wanted to watch Rihanna shake her body on stage, is insane. Like actual insanity. It says, while the fund successfully dodged the catastrophic implosion of Luna and Three Arrows Capital earlier in the year, they weren't okay. You know what? Whatever. The point is, the implosion of Luna only had to do with Luna. The implosion of Terra Luna only had to do with their stablecoin. Remember when everybody panicked and the price of the cryptocurrency market was collapsing, and I was like, hey, Terra Luna's not Bitcoin. You don't have to go down in price. Remember when Three Arrows Capital collapsed and when Celsius collapsed? And what's the other one? Is it Silvergate? I think it's Silvergate. Why does this keep happening over and over? And even more so, I know that there aren't enough people to watch my channel because my channel is not hypey enough. If you've been paying attention to what's been happening in the cryptocurrency space with prices rising since the beginning of the year, all I can say is watch out, because the hype channels are back. They know exactly how to draw you in. They are trying desperately to make you buy these new crappy coins that they're creating or that are floating around out there, that they're buying aggressively, so that you can also buy them as well, so that when they dump them, they make all the money. Watch out. All these things that keep happening, and all the other cryptocurrency YouTube influencers, all these other people, why is everyone constantly telling everybody to panic when all these things happen? Remember when this was, I don't know how long ago, when Silvergate made it into the news, they were having money problems. This wasn't happening. Bankruptcy, all these rumors that were swirling around. It was in the news. for about a good 36 hours while Bitcoin and Ethereum were going up. Do you want to know why Bitcoin and Ethereum were going up? Because the stock market was going up. At the end of the day, the stock market began to go down. It tends to happen. The mood changes, the sentiment of the next day because the Fed was going to have another discussion of something. And Bitcoin and Ethereum's price began to go down. And then they went down super rapidly. Once again, 36 hours after we had news that something was wrong with Silvergate. And then everyone attributed the collapse of Bitcoin and Ethereum's price to Silvergate. And it's like, that wasn't Silvergate. None of it was. None of these things that have happened are cryptocurrencies. These are like, if we had heard that the blockchains themselves had been destroyed or compromised or 51% attacked, that would have made a lot more sense. If Multicoin had created Bitcoin, I would say, okay, guys, it's time to be worried. It's just these companies that have sprouted up, that have been trying to take your money for the last 5, 6, 7 years. Now they're all collapsing and not doing well. In part, I believe, because I think people now understand and slowly realize that they don't need a lot of these companies. A lot of the companies that we had before who were basically just there for institutions to be able to buy cryptocurrencies through them, the companies are like, we can do that ourselves. We can find custody solutions after. But when every time these companies collapse or fall down or aren't doing well, why would cryptocurrencies fall down? It says, while the fund successfully dodged the catastrophic implosions of Luna and Three Arrows Capital earlier in the year, we didn't avoid the explosive revelations about FTX nor the subsequent contagion that spread across the market. After a remarkable year in 2021, our performance in 2022 was the worst since inception. Not the movie, the word. So, in popular news, Multicoin Capital lost 91% of their money, whatever it was, over the course of the year. Oh, they also had a huge amount of holdings in Solana. Just in case you missed all of that. Because I mentioned to all of you that Solana was a corporation coin. It was made by a corporation and thrown out there as a decentralized protocol, and it is a database. I don't care if you suck your teeth or not. And now that we keep finding out that all these companies that are collapsing or have collapsed had huge exposure to Solana, no one's connecting the dots. Okay. That's the Multicoin news. And yeah, let's move on. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters: American Crypto Academy, Martin Stoyer, Bodie McBoatface, Sam Ratter, Dotha Diddy, Mandy Cryptos, Crypto Gambino, Auspicious Agile, and Blockchain, Jamie Saad, and let's move on. Empire Queen, Roman Gaba, Bitcoin, Ben Arachno, Dave the Dealers in Cap, Something in the Z-Way, Lay, Mobarazi, VB Nerd 21, Lauren De Silva, Quarter Biddy, Troy, Olga, Space Case, Need a Miracle, Pattern, Nostar, Navarro, Williams, Utopia 569, Moonman, High XR, Pinos, Thromo, John Sarson, The Animal, Rita, Bibliophobia, Adam, Graysig, Wise Night Owl, 242 to the World, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Cold 3D, Setsuna, Paxis, Jim Garner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coin, Jester Crypto, Anytime Fitness, Mom's Corner Staff, Bake Me a Cake, Tigger, Macho Nisa, and on Crypto with Lionel. Thank you all very, very much for your support. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel. Thank you to everyone who left a like, a comment, or has subscribed. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and or supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.